Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into a really powerful idea from Steve Chandler's book, 100 Ways to Motivate Yourself. It's a simple concept that could totally change your daily routine, putting your library on wheels.
Just think about that for a second. All that time you spend in traffic, on the bus, or on the train, what if it wasn't just wasted time? What if it was actually your single greatest opportunity for growth? That's the mindset shift we're exploring today.
For so many of us, drive time is a trap, right? It's frustrating, it can be super boring, it's just downtime. But what if we could flip that script entirely? We're about to see how to turn one of the most dreaded parts of the day into one of the most rewarding.
So what's our default mode when we get in the car? Well, maybe we're just flicking through radio stations, listening to the same 10 songs over and over, or, let's be honest, getting seriously annoyed with the car in front of us. And as Steve Chandler points out, all that passive listening, all that frustration, it's actually working against a positive and motivated mindset.
You see, there's kind of this battle happening for your attention during your commute. On one side, you've got things like news radio. Their goal? To shock and upset you just enough to keep you hooked. But on the other side, you have the option of active learning, where the goal is to actually educate and motivate you. It's a choice between feeding your anxiety or feeding your mind.
And to prove this point, Chandler shares a story from when he worked at a newspaper. He saw with his own eyes how the news desk would totally panic if they didn't have something gruesome for the front page. It's not about showing what reality is, it's about creating a captivated audience for advertisers. And that constant diet of negativity, it can really poison your whole outlook on the world. But here's the solution. This is the life hack that changes everything. Instead of being a frustration chamber, your car can become your own personal university, a place for incredible growth and learning.
And we're calling it the Rolling University. It's so simple. You make a conscious choice to use your drive time to listen to audiobooks that expand your mind. It's not downtime anymore, it's class time. And the best part? You are the student and the dean. You get to choose your own curriculum every single day.
And the potential here is just staggering. If you have a regular commute, you could soak up the same amount of knowledge as an entire college semester in just 3 months. Can you imagine what you could learn in a year? The possibilities are absolutely huge.
Now, this isn't just some theoretical idea. For the author, Steve Chandler, this was a deeply personal, life-altering experience. Let's get into the story that really shows the power of making this one simple change.
So picture this. Chandler is driving his car, just like any other day. But instead of the radio, he's listening to the legendary Dr. Wayne Dyer. He's totally engrossed in this audiobook. And then, a single sentence just cuts through everything.
There is no way to happiness. Happiness is the way. It's a pretty simple phrase, but hearing it in that moment, delivered with what Chandler describes as this serene joy, it changed his whole perspective forever. It wasn't just a quote he read, it was an experience he had. And that's really the magic of this whole format. An audiobook isn't like reading a textbook. It feels like a direct one-on-one conversation with a brilliant mentor who's sitting right there in the passenger seat with you. And psychologically, that intimate format helps the ideas bypass our usual defenses. They don't just get heard, they get absorbed. And that's what makes them stick and create real, lasting change. Okay, so you're probably feeling pretty inspired right now. But you might be thinking, how do I actually do this? How do I enroll in my own rolling university? Well, the good news is your first day of class can be tomorrow morning.
It really is this simple. First, choose a topic you are genuinely curious about. Don't worry about what you should learn. Pick something you want to learn. That passion is the fuel. Second, find an audiobook. Your local library probably has a huge digital collection you can borrow from for free, or you can find anything you can imagine online. And finally, the most important part, just press play on your next drive. That's it. That's the only real barrier, making that first choice to learn instead of just passively listening.
And hey, if you need a starting point, Chandler gives us this fantastic list of authors. It ranges from mindset coaches like Tony Robbins to spiritual thinkers like Alan Watts. There's a voice on this list for just about everyone. Think of it as your first course catalog.
And that's really the question I want to leave you with. Your car is no longer just a vehicle to get from point A to point B. It's a vessel for your own growth. You are literally driving a library. So what's your first class going to be?